Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of our trip to Minnesota. If you haven't already watched the first part, please do so. We've already caught plenty of fish, lots of bass action, crystal clear lakes, beautiful weather, and even some good sized fish every now and then. All of the bigger fish were actually caught on surface lure. Now, the weather did change a little bit over time, but we changed tactics and it was easy enough to keep on catching bass. The colder wind also brought in some juvenile pike. They were pretty eager to hit the lures whenever they were in shore reach, but oh well, fish is fish. Now I was also able to use a pontoon boat. I wanted to try and catch some walleye. Long story short, I ended up hooking up 2 walleye, both of which I lost. One of them boat side, the other one shortly into the fight. And I'm thinking it was a walleye because of the way it fought and the fact that it left a cheek scale on the hook, which very much resembled that of a walleye. So not 100% sure on the second one, but hey, the other one was definitely a walleye. So, but we'll have to come back to catch one of those. Other species were very keen on having a go at the walleye lures as well, like this little northern pike that had a go at a soft vibe that I was vertically jigging under the boat. And so I just wanted to change up tactics to see what was possible, so I decided to troll some deep weed lines and see if we could find some suitable walleye area. Now also that proved to be a lot more difficult. There were plenty of species hanging around those drop-offs as well. The wheat was a lot thicker than I expected, and yep, didn't see any walleye for the rest, but had a ball catching absolutely everything else that was in this lake. So here you see me trolling a deep wheat line with a deep diving lure right at dusk. Usually within a minute of trolling you'd be on. Caught lots of bass trolling, a couple of pike, and also some crappie. And the best lure for the job was the deep diving squirrel by Jackall. Nice little bass. Now we also caught some crappie. One thing I very much noticed with the crappie is that they were only hanging around the really steep weed edges. Anything gradual when you'd only catch bass or pike. But these really steep lines that drop have like a complete vertical drop from surface to bottom. That's where we found plenty of crappie hanging around. This was the smallest one of the lot, also the only one I actually got on video. Legal size is 10 inch, but we didn't keep any of them. Fishing was very, very nice, especially around dusk. Good temperatures, nice sunset, perfect. Now the next day we decided to visit Ben's Bait. We had already visited them because I had to get my license. If you're in Ottertail County, please do give them a visit. Now the reason why we visited them again is because I wanted to get some information on the muskie fishing in the area. There's a lake behind the lake that we were staying called West Battle, and it holds a substantial amount of muskie. I don't have any video footage of what happened, but long story short, I used a homemade crankbait that I've got a video of on my channel. It ended up looking like this, and on the first evening of muskie fishing I ended up catching a beautiful muskie from the shore on a homemade lure. I did not get any recordings of it on video simply because it was quite a warm evening and I didn't want to risk anything for the fish. In my opinion, there's no such thing as any video footage that is worth a fish. where you can. Always make the best decision for the fish that you caught if you want to release it. Now this is what is left of the lure. Not only did the teeth marks and scratches damage the lure a fair bit. On the way back I accidentally put it in the wrong compartment on my tackle box, and the epoxy on this lure reacted with a soft plastic that I had in there, so that will be turned into a trophy mount of some sort. The rest of the trip we enjoyed riding bikes through forest, paddleboarding, all the good stuff. It really was a fantastic trip, and you know, as they say, time is fun when you're having flies or something along those lines. We were in the plane back to Texas before we knew it. It was a trip that we'll never forget. Awesome time, and I'm sure that we'll be visiting there in the near future again. Thanks again to everyone that made the trip possible. We had an absolute blast, and we'll be seeing you guys shortly. Cheers.